Hello and welcome back to another video on our channel called Perceptron Career. So in this video, basically we'll be talking about books you need to follow or you can follow for your ML interview preparation. So in this video, basically I'll be covering two aspects. One is the freely available sources that are very good and they are top notch. They are one of the most used resources by aspirants to crack MLA interviews. So first of all, I'll be covering those free resources which are available, and then we'll be covering one of the best resources that are affordable, and you need to, pay for those. You need to buy those books through some online portal, Amazon or something like that. So we'll be covering those books as well. And along with the books, I'll be telling you about what these books are for, whether or not it is suitable for your requirements. So I'll be telling you about the features of those books as well and how you can use those books for better preparation. Okay, starting off with the free resources. If you are here to look out for free resources, I have listed down two books for that. The very first book is by Huane Chip. She is one of the most renowned researchers and professors in the field of machine learning. This is a book by her, and it is a freely available book. I will pin all the links of the book, paid and free, in my description below. So this is the introduction to machine learning interviews books. So here is the book. So this book is specially designed for a very basic ML interview. If you are a beginner and you have the knowledge of machine learning, you are good to go with this book. With the basic understanding of machine learning, you can easily read this book and understand this book. Now coming to features of this book, this book is very typically very different from other books in the market. This book talks about the real interview. The questions are very much real, what you actually get in the interview. So in this book you'll get exactly those questions. It's not about you learn concepts from here, you learn what are the questions you are asked. It's not about the concepts in this books, it is all about what are the questions being asked. So this book is, I guess, divided into two parts. One is the overview part. So here you get everything about like what are the machine learning jobs, different machine learning roles that you are looking for or they are in the market. Then how do working in research versus working in production is different. So this book basically focuses on working in production. If you are looking for a role in a production company that uses ML for producing products and services, then this is the book you have to go for. If you're looking for working in research field, that basically means using machine learning techniques and algorithms for research purpose. They're not actually uh, trying to produce a product or a solution basic, but they are using for research purpose. So for that aspect, I guess this is not the exact book that you should follow. The role is, if the role is for production field, for sure you can go with this book. And like types of companies, everything is covered. Okay, everything is covered. And then the second part is basically about the questions. It covers maths, that is basically algebra, probability. Then it covers certain aspects of computer science as well, data structures, algorithms, complexity, and all those things. Then it also comes to the machine learning part, the basics of machine learning. What are the basics questions you get in the uh, while the interviewer is trying to understand whether you understand basics of machine learning or not. For example, classification versus regression and all those things. So then it drills down to deep learning as well, reinforcement learning, training your neural network, and all those things. So, and this book also gives you certain aspects like for the interviewers. For that also, it has certain section if you are hiring for ML roles. So, if you are going to interview a lot of people, then certain tips and tricks are over here as well. So this book is quite a comprehensive book from the question point of view. You don't learn concepts from here, you learn questions from here. Okay. The next resource that I am talking about is this free resource. This is by Andrew G. So it is freely available on uh, his website called deeplearning.ai. So this book is free. This book is again for applying machine learning into production or whenever you are trying to build systems using machine learning. So, what are the strategies and all those things? This is covered. So, if you are applying for a machine learning role, that is that is where you have to apply machine learning to build something out. So those kinds of role, majority of the rules are in this field where you apply machine learning to produce certain system or product. So this books covers every aspect of this. This book is a conceptual book. This is not a question book. So when you read this book, you understand certain concepts and all, not certain concept, in fact, a wide variety of concepts while building systems using machine learning. So this book is all about that. So you can just simply click download, just put in some of your details over here, and where do you live? I live in India, and area of interest, artificial intelligence, and download now. So you'll get this book, you'll find the index table of content over here, and it is a very good book. I'm reading this book as well, so it's a fantastic book if you're trying to build systems using ML and you want to get into that field and you want to get certain aspects of that. So you read this book, understand different aspects, then you'll be good to go to clear your interviews. Okay. Now coming to the paid resources, one of my favorite, the cheapest and the best book in the market. This book is a 100-page machine learning book. It's not exactly 100 pages, but this basically means it is a very brief description of the machine learning techniques. It covers ML and DL as well. It's a good book. If you are trying to revise all your concepts, you already have a base in machine learning and you want to revise all the small concepts and you want to know like it's not a very deep book but you just want to know the overview or you want to revise a overview aspect of machine learning. This is the book to go for. You will finish it in a day or two. It's a very good book, cheap book. You'll get it around 450, 500 bucks. Great, great book to go. The language is very simple and it's a very brief book. So this book is for if you are applying for a role in which machine learning it's just a added skill that you need. It's a complementary skill that you will be providing to the role. It is this book is not for those books, those roles in which you are a highly trained ML engineer but you know certain concepts of ML and you can apply it wherever it is required. So if the role is like that, it's not a pure ML role. It's a combination of what I call software development or web development with ML. So you have to read this book. Okay. So it's not a very core conceptual book on machine learning, but it is a brief book. It will give you a good idea. It's about the length and it's not about the depth of the concepts. But other two, this book is about the depth and this is a core book, but this 100 pages book is a brief book. So if you are applying for a role in which ML is a complementary skill that you will be taking in, so this is the book you have to go for. Now coming to the book, to my favorite book. This is the book from where I started learning machine learning. This book is for everyone. Whether you are a beginner, whether you are applying for a deep ML role, a deep ML role in the sense a very specific ML role, or a role in which you are using ML as a complementary skill, or anything you are trying to build systems, anything. This is the all round book that covers every aspect of it. Okay, so if you are looking for only one book that covers from basic ML to the advanced concepts, how to build systems using that as well, you have to go for this book. If you're going for any one of the book, I would suggest go for this book. Okay, this is widely used in the industry. Industry in the sense it is widely used by the candidates for learning and preparing for interviews. So you can go through this book. So while preparing for interview and while you are learning concepts, these two are very different things. While you're preparing for interview, you just have to scan through the concepts and just try to retain those concepts. But while you are learning, you have to ensure that you apply those concepts in codes and all. Okay, so while preparing for the interview, use this book very intelligently. Okay, don't start reading from very scratch because you already know those concepts. Okay, now coming to the quote of deep learning. If you are going for a role that is specifically for ANN, CNN, RNN type of things, and you will be building those models, you will be applying those to solve certain things, and you should have a core concept of the mathematics behind it. You have to, fine tune the model, or you have to ensure that deep learning is applied to a very customized problem. Those kinds of field where it is very concise to deep learning. The role is very concise to deep learning, and it's specifically for deep learning. This book is the best book for deep learning. It talks about the concept. It talks about the deep mathematics behind the algorithms, how algorithm works in forward, backward propagation. Everything is explained in mathematics. If you are not very comfortable with understanding mathematics, then you probably should avoid this book. But if you are ready to take up that challenge of understanding mathematics because you are applying for a very specific role in deep learning, please remember this book is only if the role is for deep learning and you're preparing for that role and you have a good strong base in deep learning. You understand ANN, CNN, RNN, LSTM, how it works, deep RNN, how the information is flowing in all those deep RNN structures. If you have basic understanding of that, you are good to go with this book. Okay, and please don't read this book just for fun or something, because it is not a very fun book. It will drill you. It is a very comprehensive and detailed mathematics based book. So yeah, if your role is specifically in deep learning and you need to have deep understanding, you have to go with this book. Now coming to one of the books, this is not widely known by people, but this book is for design interview. If you are building systems using machine learning, ML ops kinds of role, so this book you can go with this book as well. Uh, the author is Stan Fang, so he's a big techie in this machine learning world. Apart from Andrew G and Chen Yuing, even he's widely known for his work in the field of machine learning. So yeah, this book can be helpful for. I have not personally read this book, but from other friends of mine, they have recommended that yeah, this book is helpful for system design. Like you want to design systems using ML, and your role is for that. So yes, you can opt for this book as well, because the sources that I am getting this information, they are very reliable. So yeah, you can go for this book. Okay, so this book is basically a fusion of software engineering and machine learning. Okay, so if your role is like that, you, you are from a very core computer science background and you want to use machine learning to develop system and all, and your role is into that direction. So yeah, a very good book. Okay, great. Now coming to, till now whatever books I have discussed is all about the technical aspects of the machine learning field. What are the concepts, what are the algorithms and all those. Okay, this book is about the stories of all stories and tips how to crack a ML interview. So this is a strategy based book. So there are various stories from people who have uh, appeared for companies like Google, Facebook, Meta, Apple, Netflix. Okay, so their stories from that interview. What were their experience? What were the question asked? How they handled tough situations and all those kinds of book. So this is a story book, and then after that story, various tips are given to handle certain aspects of the interview. So if you are very comfortable with all those concepts of ML, and now you are eyeing for top-notch companies in the ML field, so this book is a very good investment. Okay, it's a very good investment that you can make, and this is not a technical book, it's a strategy based book. So yeah, you can opt for this book, and again the author is Can Fan. So I hope again this book, I have only read it half, and till now my experience have been fabulous. So yeah, so this book is a very good book. You can buy this book from the strategy point of view. Okay, so the last part of the video, I would just like to tell कि if you are looking for a mentorship in the field of uh, ML interviews, if you are looking for a mentorship, how to build your resume, so resume building, or you want a mock practice interview, like mock interviews, or a comprehensive, detailed AI crash course for ML interviews. So we have all that covered on our channel called Perceptron Career. So you can check our channel, and we have all this covered. So this is a one-on-one section, one-on-one interaction with you guys. So apart from this crash course, the mock interview and the resume building is a one-on-one session, and we have all covered for you. We'll help you build your resume for a specific role, and we'll also teach you how you can modify those resumes for another roles as well. Then there's a one-on-one mock interview where you'll be interacting with an industry expert, and you will be taking a interview which is very, that will be replicating the kinds of questions and the environment that you'll be facing during your real placement interviews. And a crash course if you're not, you know, opting for any book, and you want a specific dedicated mentor who will teach you all those concepts in a short period of time. So you can come and visit our channel called Perceptron Career. Now all these courses are very affordable. Okay, so that's it. So please like our channel, subscribe our channel for more updates. Thank you so much.